I got the Canon 7.7 to 131mm TV zoom lens, and with it, I shot this. You may have noticed a few crash zoom shots, and that's part of the reason why this lens has become such a unique tool in my arsenal. The range that this lens covers from 7.7 to 131mm offers certain flexibilities that is not found in most lenses. And I'm going to break down how it works, where you can get it from, and if you stay to the end, I'll let you know in one of the most important parts that lets you bypass one of the most common issues people have with this lens, especially if you use a full frame camera. In the 1960s and 70s, companies like Angenieux refined long-range zoom lenses into true cinema tools, allowing filmmakers to move from wide shots to close-ups without changing lenses while maintaining consistent focus. These lenses became especially valuable in productions with limited time, crew, or budget, giving cinematographers fast access to multiple focal lengths in a single setup and streamlining the production process. As their use spread, the practical advantages of these zoom lenses evolved into a deliberate stylistic choice. Filmmakers began using the dramatic pushing effect to create tension, urgency, and a sense of surveillance or threat, as seen in some classic films like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Enter the Dragon, and The French Connection, for example. Wide-range zoom lenses turned into a visual language that continues to influence modern and celebrated directors, such as Quentin Tarantino. These lenses are manufactured by a few brands including Cooke, Panavision, Fujinon, Angenieux, and Canon. Now they can all cost from $7,000 to $11,000 US, and that can be a steep price for many. However, there is also a budget option, which is the one that I got, around $700 in eBay. Here is one of the problems. This lens is a B4 mount broadcast ENG zoom designed for the 2/3 image format, which is the classic TV broadcast standard. This means that in order to have this lens cover your camera sensor, you will either need a Super 35 or an APS-C sensor camera, and even then, there is still a slight vignette that will come up in your frame. Luckily, some of these TV zoom lenses can come with a practical fix, and if you are interested in having this lens in your arsenal, you're gonna wanna get the right one. Some of them will come with a 2x extender that will be the determining factor in avoiding extreme vignetting, and others will not be B4 mount and will cause the vignette to be even larger due to the camera sensor that this lens is designed for. The 2x extender will mean that you will effectively double the focal length, turning it into a 15.4 to a 262mm, and at this point, we still have a very sharp image to work with. As I researched this lens online, I found a video on Instagram that offered great takes and charts we can reference to make sure we choose the right lens based on the prefix of the model number. And don't worry, I'll make sure to add this information in the description below. Now remember, you will want to avoid any other format that is not 2/3, especially for the next part. We will now need a lens adapter that will fit your camera mount, and a 2/3 format is referenced as a B4 mount that will adapt to your camera's mount type. In my case, using an FX3 is a B4 to E mount, and eBay or Amazon are great places where you can find one for less than $100. Now, this lens has characteristics. This is a good thing. We love lenses because they have something unique about them. And although they may be imperfect, they give you something that other lenses don't. And in filmmaking, when we are trying to achieve an effect to help us deliver a feeling, we use these tools to create that world. Other than the soft vintage look it has, there are two other things that I love about this budget zoom lens. Very unique flares and sharpness. That is how we are able to have one more addition to this package where it will cover your entire full frame sensor. This is how we bypass the most common issue people have with this lens. Because of its sharpness, we can add another 2x factor with the teleconverter to give us an image free of vignetting on camera and the freedom to be able to achieve what we want on camera and stop depending on solutions in post that can stagnate our flow. In my experience, some of the most impressive filmmaking tactics involve being able to know what we can get out of a shoot. If we know the effects and the feelings we want to create, we will know what to bring and how to execute our skills. And the wide range zoom lens with this setup will be able to not only execute these types of shots, but it will also give us a unique tool where you will be able to stand out against the rest. And that will add a significant amount of value to your work that you may not be able to see looking out into the future, but you will clearly see looking back. I will continue to shed light on the things that can make us better in the industry of making videos. Liking, subscribing, and commenting is the most exciting way for me to interact with you all, so please don't hold back, and I'll see you in the next one.